Warning. This show may contain offensive content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Engines were ablaze, cameras rolling hard in a wild twisted maze. Levers stealing fire, the open roads are thrown. Back in life, televised, we're breaking every bone. Adrenaline surges, brace for the fall. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our very dream. Riding hard, never slowing in the spotlight we shine. A biker's faithful journey, this life is ours divine. Hittin' it with HardWire, the crowd screams the name, chasing down the shadow for addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode gets better, we're here to survive. Some dust till dawn, we're the kings of this road. Hittin' it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our family dream. Riding hard, never slowing in the spotlight we shine. A biker's faithful journey, this life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the fear. Hitting it with HardWire, we'll always be here.
Hey, welcome to Hittin' It with HardWire, where we hit stuff with HardWire. Yeah, everything was just being all glitchy on me there for a minute. I don't know, shit happens. Yeah, it happens, and then happens again, happens some more, and then some more shit on top of that. Still trying to figure out how to make the featured chat function work. I thought I had it figured out, but I don't. What's up, Redneck Side and Mike and Warland and Redneck Side? Stick around for the outro, the new outro video. You'll like it. You're in it. Let's see, who else was there? Metal Gear, what's happening? We got Warland, Scrap Iron, what's happening? Got a few people coming over from Gen X Thinks. You have to forgive me, my nose is still plugged up. Every time we think we're over this Rona shit, we start, like, our sinuses start acting up again. My old lady's the same way. Hers is acting up a little bit, too. I was feeling better and went to work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I thought I was doing better, and then, start feeling like crap again. Sorta, I don't know. It could be worse. It's good to see everybody. The Super Bowl's today. I wonder how the Patriots are going to decide to cheat this year. What they had, Deflate Gate, then what was they listening in on all the radios one year, and then they was probably cheating the years they lost too. They just didn't cheat good enough, trying too hard not to get caught, and since they lost, nobody paid any attention or didn't care. I really could give a fuck less who wins, so I really probably won't be watching it at all. I might tune into that, what's up, Crash Talks Media? I might tune into the halftime, alternate halftime show if I can figure out how to watch it. just out of curiosity. Usually I watch the Super Bowl every year just for the commercials, because the commercials are usually hilarious. They'll usually crack you up pretty good. I just can't stand the Patriots. I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm sure you can figure out why I don't like the Patriots. There's quite a few teams I really don't like. Ravens. The big rivalry is supposed to be the Steelers and Browns, and I don't even hate the Browns that much because they never win. They hardly ever win. The only thing I don't like is the Browns fans are the fucking worst, man. You can beat them 1,000 times. They win one time, and they just like they'll stick it in your face and rub it in your face and gloat and like non-stop. Like for a whole year, I'll have to hear it. Well, at least we beat you the one game. We ain't never won a Super Bowl. Our team sucks really bad, but, you know, we did beat you that one game. You won 20 out of the last 25. So we beat you that one game, you know. Browns fans are the fucking worst. And you know, when I lived in Cleveland, I used to wear my Steelers gear. Boy, I would piss people off. I lived up in Parma for a little while. I don't watch much baseball unless the Indians start doing really good, and then I'll root for them. I know. It's a Cleveland team, and I'm grumbling about Cleveland, but the Indians are the only team I ever really, I don't know. Baseball, to me, was always kind of like golf. It's fun to watch. I mean, it sucks to watch, fun to play. Baseball's a fun game to play. Kind of sucks to watch it, though. What's up, Gary? Carney? Did I say what's up to Carney? I got Band-Aids. I cooked. My whole family loves my beef stew. I made my beef stew, and I was cutting into a package. Went with my pocket knife, went right through the package and went right into my hand. And I felt it too. As soon as it didn't even have to go into my hand. I felt it go through the package, and I went, oh, shit. Because I knew I was going right into my hand. It didn't hurt as bad as running a screwdriver into your hand. I have done that before. I'm still kind of pissed off they changed the name to the Guardians. So I haven't really been following them too much. I haven't really followed baseball. Like when people ask me about basketball, I say I haven't watched basketball since Michael Jordan played for the Bulls, and that's no bullshit. That's the last time I watched basketball and got into basketball. I haven't watched baseball really since Jim Thome and Manny Ramirez, or isn't it Manny Ramirez and them guys, that one Indians team that one year. That was like kind of the end of when I started really watching baseball. I did watch them in the World Series the year they fucked it up. I was so upset that they screwed that up, man. But that's like the Cleveland cursed, man. They're fucking cursed up there. Well, if you ever been to Cleveland, the place is a fucking shithole, so you kind of understand why it's cursed, I guess. What's up, Steve? Mr. Easy? I was just picking on the Patriots, and you missed it. What's up, Motorbomb? Man, the gang's all here. All right. And I really, I didn't take notes. I had a whole spiel of something I wanted to talk about. What's up, Evil Rick? A whole spiel of something I wanted to talk about, and I forgot what it was already. I got the memory of a goldfish. It was something to do with politics. Like HardWire talk about politics? Oh, that never happens. I just think, honestly, we all need to get our head out of our asses. We got to find a way to get along with people. I know I'm the one that put out the song about fighting fire with fire or whatever. What's up, old man? I haven't. I put out the song about fighting fire with fire, and I'm tired of putting up the left shit. And I am. Don't get me wrong, but realistically, we do have to find a way to try to get along, if it's possible. But that's the problem with me right now. Is I'm having a hard time just even thinking that there's any possibility of trying to get along with some of these people. It's just, it's that way. I don't know. Whenever somebody has a conversation with you and they start telling you that anybody believes, anybody that believes a certain way deserves to be killed, okay? How do you get along with somebody like that? Especially when you know that you have similar beliefs as the person they're saying needs to be taken out. Then that's like, you kind of see it as a direct threat to yourself. Yeah, it's difficult. The political climate right now is bad. I don't really. The only thing I blame Democrats for is for the left is the biggest problem. I blame Democrats for basically harboring these clowns. Okay, they're making excuses for them and coddling them, and that's a huge problem. There's a lot of regular Democrats that do have common sense. Okay, they do. There's still some of the old school Democrats that just didn't want to leave whenever the shit started getting crazy. They need to pass a SAVE Act or whatever for voter ID. For them to even say it makes it harder for people to vote to have to show an ID. Dude, in Ohio, I've had to show an ID in every election for the last, 12 years. You have to go in. It's real simple. You just hand them your ID. They don't really scan it or nothing, I don't think. I can't remember. But it takes them 10 seconds. You hand them your ID. They look at you, look at your ID, and give you a ballot. There you go. I mean, it's not... You'd think it would just be common sense to make sure people are American citizens. What's to stop... Say Russia wants to meddle in our elections. What's to stop them from sending a bunch of fucking weirdos over here or sending a bunch of mail-in ballots in, if you're not going to do away with mail-in ballots? What's to stop them from doing that? That's just, it's asinine to think about. What if I decided I wanted to go to Canada and vote for something, It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you not... Somebody that is not a citizen in the country they're in should not be voting in their fucking elections. And if you want to vote in their elections, become a citizen. Ah! Woo! Who'd have thought of it? Fucking crazy. Well, again, I've been saying it for a long time, dude. The biggest problem with politics is the politicians, man. They're all... It makes no difference how qualified they are for the job, or whether they have an IQ of 2 or 200. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference. It's all, can they smile well in front of a camera, and can they bullshit you and make you tell you what you want to hear and make you cast a vote for them? They don't... It doesn't make any fucking difference. They need to get back to more of a meritocracy, and you only get to be in office if you have something legitimately to contribute. Some good ideas. But one of the most important things is, man, we got to start opening up discussion. Everybody's like, it's this way. It has to be this way. And then they don't listen to nothing else. Or it has to be this way. And then they shut you down. the left will just shut you down. They don't want to hear nothing. They don't even want to talk about it. It's our way or no way. The right, they've gotten so good at just kind of like letting everything go in one ear and out the other when it comes to the left. That's all they do. They think if they ignore it, it'll go away. And that's why it's gotten so fucking bad, because you can't keep ignoring it. It will not just go away. And that kind of mentality of ignoring shit and it'll go away as what is destroying everything, man. Yeah, I've been really thinking a lot harder. Mike told me the other day, he says, it's 55 down here. I said, fuck, it's like 2 degrees below zero up here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move down there. I'll take some 55 right about now. I'm telling you what. I'm tired of this cold bullshit. Ohio sucks. Ohio's bipolar. It can't make up its fucking mind. It decides different things from day to day. Like most of the women I've ever dated in my life, they don't know what the fuck they want. What time's the Super Bowl start? It starts at 6:30, don't it? Here pretty damn shortly. I'm the pregame. The pregame. Round 60 Wednesday in Durham. Durham, South Carolina? I don't know where Durham is. I mean, I'm sure I could look it up. See, Gary's in Michigan. Warren, where are you at? I can't remember either. North Carolina is where Durham is. I've been down to Charlotte once. I tell the story. I've already told it a bunch of times about going down to the titty bar down there in Charlotte. It's a place called the Paper Doll. I always remember that because that girl saw me coming a mile away. She suckered me out of all kinds of money while I was down there. To the point where I run out of change and I'm like, she's like, it's like $5 for a titty shot or whatever. And I'm like, okay, let's do it up. And I hand her a 20. She goes, oh, you didn't want your change, did you? And I'm like, guess not. Yeah, I really shouldn't say why I was in Charlotte there. I was down there at a national for one of the clubs I was in, or we was a support club for the national I was going to at the time. That's one thing I enjoyed about it, is it got me out and got me to see a lot of places I wouldn't have normally just went for the hell of it. I went to Charlotte. That's the reason I went to Jacksonville the one year. Oh, bring your little doodad down here. I'll show it to everybody. She's real proud of it too. Yeah, she's taking welding, getting her GED and taking welding classes. Yep. See, it's got me all over down to Philadelphia area. I still ain't been west of Mississippi. I gotta try to do that. I still want to go down to Glaire's down in Texas area, and I still want to go down and visit with them. Yeah, she used a plasma cutter, and that's what she made with the plasma cutter. She's real proud of it. Where's the little heart you made with the regular torch? She learned how to use a torch, and she made, the little hearts. Look like tart hearts. Oh, gotta love the world, man. You're allowed to say retarded again. Yay. I got nothing against people that are like mentally handicapped. When I use the word retarded, it's nothing to do with them. That's the thing. Half the time, 95 or 99% of the time, people use the word retarded. It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's just something acting stupid or something dumb or literally like there's such a thing on an engine called a retarder. So what, you had to stop calling it a retarder? Yeah, I'm going to end up regretting that. I did fucking painting and body work and sanding on fiberglass, all kinds of shit over the years. And then I'm like, I'll be all right. I don't need it. I don't need a respirator. I'll be all right. I told her I made the mistake of I hated the welding helmet, so I made the mistake of welding. And if I got away with it a few times of welding with just sunglasses. I was like, I'll be fine with just sunglasses. That'll be good enough. And got away with it a few times. And yeah, the first time I actually was like, I've seen people get it bad enough where their eyes will get all gunky and matted and like swell shut, man. It can be bad. Yeah, she learned how to use a torch, and she made these. She made a little heart. Could almost put it in there. If you turn it upside down, it looks like a butt. A little bit of a gap there. Yeah, and there's her weld. I told her she needs to slow down a little bit. I took welding in high school. Had to learn how to do a lot of welding in high school, but it's been on so many years. I bought a welder, and it's been sitting in the dining room in a box for 3 years because I always wanted one. I just haven't gotten around to it because there isn't 220 in the garage, and I rent, so I don't want to pay a bunch. Like wire has started coming down. Wire's come down a little bit, so I might end up doing it. But now I also have a generator that'll also put out enough wattage to run a welder. So this summer I'll get it set up. I'll have more time this summer than I have in previous summers. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I don't usually do the whole call out thing, but and I keep forgetting to put my email in a thing so I can put it up. That's going to be way too big. This is my email address for people to email me. My little counter ain't working. It says there's nobody here. Hey, do you guys know that you're not here? You're not really here. It says there's 0 people here. I don't know what I did to make that not work right. She's up. She gets mad because she has to take a math test in order to get her GED, and she's not been able to quite pass it yet. And I keep telling her, you got to put in the work, do the studying, learn the stuff. It's not. She just every time I say you need to study, she goes, I'll do it later. I'm like, you're not going to try to skate by. You got to do the study, and I will help you as much as I can. I will try to help you. If you don't understand it, ask me. I will help you. They offer tutoring. She can go to some tutoring. She can pick it up. She's just being too fucking lazy. That too, AI. If you tell AI, like, I need to learn how to do fractions. First things first, you got to tell it about what level you're on. You say, teach me fractions at a 6th grade level or whatever level you're at, 8th grade level, and it will 100% teach you based on that level. I always found, see, I had to take calculus and all kinds of shit when I was in college. And I always found that if you don't understand something, there's usually something you missed somewhere along the line. And once you put that puzzle piece in, a lot of it starts making sense. There's usually something that's got you caught up. But once you put that puzzle piece in and you understand that those couple of things that you're lost on, then it'll all start. The ladder, you'll start going up that ladder, and it'll start making sense. And then it gets easier and easier. But if you're having a hard time, there's always something that's tripping you up somewhere along the line, something you didn't quite understand. That's always what's tripping you up. I found you use a lot of math throughout your life. So math is one of them things. It's important. You use math. Basic algebra, not the real complex algebra. Typically you don't use a lot of real complex algebra. Basic trigonometry, you'll use it from time to time in your life. Very basic trigonometry, not the super complex stuff. A wee little bit of geometry. But boy, when you're in school, they hammer a lot of that stuff home, a lot more than you'll ever actually use. I can turn that off now. I think you get the point of what my email address is. If you ever want to email me to, like, for an idea for a show, or if you want to come on and hang out and chat on the show, we can, just about anybody's welcome anytime. On OBS here that I'm using now, I still got to figure out how to use that video ninja to get people in here yet. I'm gonna have to do another one of them impromptu middle of the week streams where I'm just playing around with OBS trying to figure out how to make it work right. You will get there. You'll get there. You got to put in the work. That's all there is to it. Nothing comes to anybody for free. You got to put in the work. Ain't nothing too hard for anybody to do. Nothing. You can do anything. It's all just about putting in the work and learning it. I thought I was going to turn that off there. Which one was it? Overlay. This one there. So what's anybody think about that fucking Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl halftime show? I think that's horrible, man. What the fuck are you thinking? What are you fucking thinking? Why in the holy fuck would you choose somebody nobody's ever really heard of? Nobody gives a fuck about. Does most of his singing in Spanish. What do you hate America? Honestly? That's my question. What do you hate America? Is that your thing? There, Roger Goodell or whoever the fuck made that decision? Now, Mike, what I always tell everybody is smart at their own thing. Like me, I took engineering in school and like electronics, some electronics. I'm smart at that. Okay. Mike's really smart with like the YouTube stuff and the editing, and he's smart at a lot of stuff, but everybody's smart at their own thing, man. There's not there's no such thing as a truly dumb person. Well, I guess I don't want to say that, but for the most part, everybody's smart at their own thing. I don't want to say there's no dumb people, because I mean, I've met some people that I'm pretty sure I could classify in there as probably should have been on the short bus. Here, Mike.
Yeah.
For those of you that are from come over from Gen X Thinks, this is my brother from another mother down in Alabama, Mike Ball there. This come right off his show.
Yeah.
I clipped it. And I put it on here, and it's an ongoing thing with me and with Carney and a couple other channels. Mike does his show Monday through Friday, the regular show, 11 Eastern, 10 Central, where it's a good place to get your news. He talks about anything that's going on that's important. As long as you're not trolling the chat, you can be from any persuasion or political opinion. He don't care. Just don't spam in the chat and get in there and be a dick. If you can say your opinion in there. Just don't get aggressive and start fighting with people in the chat. The people that tends to not go over well, but that would be the same anywhere. And he does a members only on Saturdays. Usually something pretty comical. He used to do the pop the balloon thing. I used to find that pretty comical. And where these girls wanted. What is it? I'll try to explain that show. Like a bunch of girls want to date a guy, and a guy comes out or whatever, and they it's kind of like the dating game back in the day. They'll pop the balloon though if they're don't want nothing to do with them or something. It was pretty comical. And then lately he's been doing the blooper shows and cop reels or whatever that you like body cam footage and stuff you see on Saturdays. It's been pretty comical. And Mike has been given birth. Mike's YouTube channel's given birth to many other YouTube channels, and he's inspired a few people that used to do a little YouTube and to come back. Like Carney decided to redo, start doing YouTube again, and there's a big batch of us we call ourselves Insane Wheels family. Mike's channel's Insane Wheels, and we're all part of the family, and we all act like family and treat each other like family. We're all trying to be respectful, and we all visit each other's channels and hang out. And once a year, I go down and hang out with Mike on the 4th of July weekend. I've made it 2 years in a row. Hopefully, I'll make it 3 years in a row. It's a little expensive, but last year I took my camper down there, and that stupid fucking thing, I'm telling you what, that thing wants to break down all the time, like nonstop. And then Carney and Motobomb got their, and Sick Bastard got their show. They do Coffee with Friends, or I don't know, they change the name of it once in a while, but it's a panel show where they all get on and chit chat. And then we got Sterling Wheel comes and hangs out sometimes. We're just like a big family. We just hang out on each other's channels and chit chat back and forth. And we pick up a lot of stragglers along the way. We adopt all kinds of new family members all the time, and it's been fun the last couple years here. I went down and hung out with Mike, and I have I took electronics and video technologies in high school, and used to do a morning show in the morning at school in high school. So I'm familiar with being in front of a camera, and so it comes natural to me. And when I went down and seen Mike, I went, "Hey, I should do my own YouTube channel," and it's like therapy for me. I don't make any money at it. I make absolutely $0. And I have sunk a butt ton of money into it because I'm just one of them people. I think if anything worth doing is worth doing it right. If you're going to do it, don't half-ass it, okay? The only thing that I half-ass is topics, because I think of things and I forget to write them down. But if you know anything about me, that's my whole life. I'm constantly forgetting shit, and I don't write things down when I should. That's normal. That's normal for me. But I get on here and I enjoy hanging out with everybody every Sunday, and I complain about all the shit that's going wrong in my life, and we talk about the shit that's going wrong for everybody else, and we give each other advice. It's like therapy without paying a therapist. Personally, years ago, I went to see a therapist, and I ended up, going, "What the fuck? This is a waste of fucking money. This is a huge waste of money. All you're doing is telling your problems to somebody, and all they do is go, what do you think you should do? Sounds like you got a pretty good idea what you ought to do. Why, all you need to do is listen to yourself. Have more confidence in yourself." And it's all a bunch of fucking horse shit. And they want to drug you, And drugs aren't the answer. I'm telling you. 9 times out of 10, if you're depressed, there's something in your life that's depressing you. Work on it. Change it. Change what's depressing you. That will fucking undepress you. If you're in a shitty relationship, get out the motherfucker and find a way to get into a relationship where you're not fucking feeling shit on and depressed. You know, it's always something that's got you down. And work on that. Fix it. You can fix your life. It can happen. I've been down and out many times. I've had plenty of ex-wives take everything I had. At one point in time, I was living in low-income housing in the city, sleeping on the floor. All I had was a TV and a fucking coffee table, and that wasn't very many years ago. That was my most recent divorce, and that was only like 8 years ago. And I've come a long way, and I'm proud of myself for it. But if that's all you got to do is put your nose to the fucking grindstone, power through it, get through it, you will find a way. You can better your life. I'm telling you. What's up, sick bastard? Glad you stopped in, man. I keep saying I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl, but I'm probably going to watch it because I don't know. There ain't a hell of a lot else to watch. The back of my eyelids, I'd probably be more interesting, but I will probably be going to sleep my usual around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Now, I might be a tough biker, but I'd be the first one to admit, when I grew up, I looked up to my grandfather, okay? And my grandfather and my grandma were kind of what I looked up to, and that's the kind of relationship I wanted. They were together for years upon years and upon years upon years through good times and bad times. And I wanted that. I wanted to be a dad. I wanted to be a father. I wanted to have a happy family, and I wanted it so bad that I looked for it in places where I should not have. Okay, that was my problem. And I tried to force it in places where I had no business being forced. Okay. And even though I did that, I legitimately tried my best to make it work, but I ended up getting shit on a lot. And people who are kind-hearted and would give the shirt off their back for anybody, like, people can piss me off, and I don't put up with a lot of shit, okay? But I have my limits. And I ain't afraid to tell people how I feel. If I learned anything, I'm not afraid to tell people how I feel. And you can only push me so far. And that'll be the end of that. And then I'll try to help anybody. But if you take advantage of me, you'll be lucky if you get out of it with just an ass whooping. You know what I mean? Because I will help you and help you and help you. But the minute you start expecting things rather than asking for things, we're going to have a fucking real problem. You know what I mean? I hate that. But I'm one of the most nicest people most of the time. I have my days I can be grouchy. We all do, don't we? But yes, I never gave up. I always said, it's not being married that was ever a bad thing. It was the people I got married to that was a bad thing. But I don't have any regrets. I've learned a lot. I've been through a lot, but I've also learned a lot. I've struggled and I've overcome. And I'm proud of myself for that. That's something nobody can take away from me regardless. And I've learned a lot from being divorced, and getting married and all the struggle. And I finally found a good one. She seems to be anyway. She keeps going, why do you say I seem to be? It's because I have enough experience to know that sometimes out of the blue, women just decide to change their mind because that's just how women are, man. And they get bored with relationships sometimes, and then they just say, fuck it. And then, yeah, well, we'll see. Only time can tell. You could say it all you want. The proof's in the pudding. You just gotta keep doing what you say. If you're gonna talk a big game, be all about doing what you say. I'm always, if there's one thing anybody can always count on, if I tell you I'm going to do something, you can bet your ass I'm going to do it. If I tell you I know something, you bet your ass I know what I'm talking about. If I tell you maybe, or I might know, or I think, I choose my words carefully because to me, my word is important and it means something. And everybody should think that way. And if you're one of them people who thinks who lie and say you're going to do something and never show up, you need to reevaluate your life because you have to be a man of your word. Choose your words wisely. And if you don't think you're going to be able to do something, say, I might be able to do it. I will do my best to be there, but never say I'll be there and then don't show up. Never say I will be there. I will help you. Don't say things you're not going to fucking do. That's very, very fucking important. Anyway, rant over. I apologize for taking you on that little tangent there. I do apologize. But it is important. And I got into the whole biker life because that's what the biker life is supposed to be about. But you notice I said supposed to be about. They say that's what's important. A lot of people do. But they're not all about it the way they say they're about it. And that's what you got to watch out for. You're around a lot of like-minded people that like a lot of the same things you do. And you want to trust people because you want to think they're all trustworthy. And you'd be mistaken. And all this rioting and all that shit going on in the world, man, I'm telling you, the world has really gone to hell in a handbasket. I keep telling people, man, there's nothing wrong with being compassionate. There really isn't. You want to love everybody. You really do. You all want to hug and get in a pile, whatever you want to say. It would be nice. That's not the real world. That's not the world we live in. Okay? You have to give up the utopias, idealistic thought and be a realist and understand that the world is not that way. You let all these foreigners come in, regardless. You want to be compassionate. You want to care. You really do. I understand that. I really do. Don't make the mistake of thinking that we don't care, because you'd be wrong. Most of us do care. We don't want to be dicks, but we have no choice. Because if we keep letting this shit go on, what's going to happen is we're not going to have a country anymore. I, for one, I love my country, okay? I don't want to see it fail. And if we keep allowing thousands upon thousands of immigrants to come in here, they abuse the system, they defraud the system, they try to take things over rather than assimilate. They try to literally take over. Okay, these are all huge problems. Okay, you can't have a country that way. You can't, like it or not. Okay, you might not. A lot of us may go, "Oh man, I know it sucks," but that's how it's got to be. You know, hey, life isn't fair. Okay, It would be nice if it could be that way. It's just not. It's not real. You can't have a country that way. You just can't. Boy, I'm on one today, ain't I? I think that's the left. One of the left's biggest problems. They think we don't care, and you'd be wrong. We do care, man. We do care. But it's hard. It's hard to look somebody in the face when they're saying that they think people ought to die. Like, we're supposed to be the ones that are, like, according to you, we're the ones that are all evil, you know? But we're not the ones saying that people should die. We don't think that way, okay? How are we the evil ones? Tell me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We're about as compassionate as we can be. There has to be limits to there has to be limits to it. We can't have what they call it suicidal empathy. We can't care so much that we give so much that we cease to exist, okay? We can't drive ourselves into our own death because we care so much. We want to give so much that we've got nothing left. You just can't. You can't. You let all these people in, and they're not going to get lifted up. That's what you don't understand. They're not going to get lifted up. You know what's going to happen is everybody's going to get drugged down. That's what's going to happen. That's what always happens. It's not lifting up. It's dragging people down. We are spoiled in this country. We all have a good life. The what do they call it? The price of living, or I fucking can't think of what it's called. At any rate, our level of living is much higher in this country than most other places on the world, and you should be saying, thank you, God, thank you, I was born an American, hallelujah, praise the Lord, I was born in the best country in the world. What can I do to keep it that way? Not what can I do to destroy it? Yeah, I'm going to get off here. It'll be a fairly short show for today, but Super Bowl's coming on. Everybody's going to be ditching out. And, good luck to the Seahawks, because I hate the Patriots. I don't like the Patriots. So good luck to the Seahawks. Since we beat them in the Super Bowl, the Steelers beat them in the Super Bowl, I guess they can have one. They can have this one, because I don't like the Patriots. All right. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next week.
The echoes fade, the mic runs cold, the session's done, the raw truth told. Another blessing through the wire, fueled by that 1% of fire. You've heard the facts, you've seen the signs. Hard wires cut between the lines for the insane Wheels family and none who dare to see. You were hitting it with hard wire till the final crashing beat. Yeah, hitting it with hard wire. Truth and power can't be beat. A massive thanks for watching, for tuning in and being real. From hitting it with hard wire, know exactly how we feel. The world keeps keeps spinning, news keeps breaking. No time for sleep, no time for faking. He'll be back here, same damn place, to stare the chaos in the face. Keep your eyes open, mind aware, breathe that unfiltered